talk about a graveyard for stories, there's just one community in the world that can lay claim to having dug up more ghost stories than any other. More reports of devil sightings, wandering demons, and, well, just unexplained supernatural things. With over 16,000 sightings and still counting, the scariest place on Earth, believe it or not, is right here in Adams County.
Ghost stories are just good stories to start with, and that's, I think, the important point about it.
Quincy University professor John Schleppenbach is the curator of the largest collection of ghost stories from a single area in the world, and that community is Adams County. Thousands of first-hand account stories were collected over decades by this man, Harry Hyatt. The spectacular Hyatt Folklore Archive is housed, in a secure location, of course, at Quincy University. In the Hyatt collection, the undead walk and evil spirits rise. Now, whether you believe that or not, it's still pretty convincing evidence that at one time in Adams County, belief in the supernatural was a very natural part of life. And the stories continue to circulate today. Harry Hyatt hated burying a good story. Like the one about the old rebel house on 2nd and Vermont in Quincy. It was secretly used by the rebels during the Civil War, and then after that it was said to be haunted. And one night in particular, there was a loud knocking at the door, and then someone or something pushed it open, even though it was locked tight. And in the doorway stood a demon, 8 feet tall, with red skin. Those who saw it say they were sure, even 60 years and 60,000 nightmares later, they told Harry Hyatt there was no doubt the devil himself came to Quincy that night. On Washington Street, there's a haunted house. No one would stay in it because every night at midnight, the transom would open and shut. People would get up and lock it, but the transom would just fly open. And while the transom was open, they say the ghost of an old woman would walk about. The old woman had died in the cellar years ago. One day, haunted or not, a woman and her son bought the place. He said he didn't believe in ghosts. And that night, the first night there, at 12 o'clock, the transom started to open and shut. The son heard something, but he didn't know what, so he went out to take a look. He searched all over the house and found nothing, but then, in the stairway, he saw it. The ghost said, "I am coming," and the man who said he didn't believe in ghosts said, "I am going." He left and never spent another night there.